So you're wondering if you should play a rogue in Diablo 4. Well, I've played a lot of Diablo 4 beta during the early access weekend and would like to help you choose the right class for you, focusing today on my Rogue Marksman impressions in this video. Are you a beginner of Diablo 4 and looking for a friendly advice on what class you should play? Well, hopefully this will save you some time and be maybe the first video in the short series that will help you. Rogue is a nimble assassin class in Diablo 4 and can be played in two essentially different ways: as a melee stab assassin or as a ranged marksman build, which I personally went for in this beta, and my main feedback in this video is around that particular ranged rogue build, if you like. As my melee hack and slash needs, let's call them that, were already satisfied by playing a barbarian that I've spoken to you about in the previous video. Go watch it on my channel in case you haven't seen it. I found playing a ranged marksman rogue a lot of fun during the early access beta, and currently I am actually leaning towards playing it when the game launches, provided I don't suddenly fall in love with the necromancer class or druid class that I'm yet to explore during the open beta weekend, which is yet to happen as I'm recording this commentary. It's not hard to guess that a ranged rogue relies on bows and crossbows and variety of traps to do damage to the enemies. Your biggest advantage is mobility and range, and after playing a melee range barbarian, it does feel like a breath of fresh air, this playstyle, even though you might not experience the immediate heat of the battle that barbarians certainly do. I played a couple of marksman builds during beta, Heartseeker Rapid Fire one and Heartseeker Barrage one. I was also quite lucky on my rogue, getting 3 legendary items pretty much straight away, while my very first character, the Barbarian, didn't get his first legendary until quite a bit later in the leveling up process, which might have impacted my overall impressions too. Rapid Fire build makes you feel like a real machine gunner, becoming kinda a semi-stationary turret on a very short cooldown and pelting the enemies with a stream of arrows, which feels simply amazing. Well, to me personally, to my liking. Additional skills allow you to charge or empower your shots with specific elements such as shadow, poison or ice, which gives your shots an even stronger oomph, so to speak, when you need it. There are several methods the rogues use to keep themselves alive and to keep the enemies at bay or disappear from sight, and I went with Diablo bread and butter of Caltrops ability, which I found very enjoyable and amazingly well implemented in D4. It's when you drop those little spikes on the ground and flip backwards while enemies get damaged and caught in those spikes. You can spec yourself in such a way that you also imbue these spikes with ice, which makes it even more fun to use. Barrage build was somewhat similar, but focused on spreading out your fire to wider areas and disposing of larger groups of mobs, well, somewhat easier, but I was immediately struggling a lot on single target beefier enemies such as the stronghold or dungeon bosses. So rapid fire gets my seal of approval for now, and yes, of course I had only limited exposure to ranged rogue in the beta, but this should give you a little bit of an idea of what to expect from playing a rogue compared to other classes. And once again, I do hope that this very deliberately short class summary and gameplay description helps you decide if the feel of Marksman Rogue playstyle is for you in Diablo 4 or not. There are lots of other videos of the dungeon playthroughs and other stuff on my channel, so please, if you're researching right now the right class for you, do not stop yourself and take a look at those other videos to give yourself a proper feel for different classes, including a rogue and including some others that I'll be reviewing very shortly. Have you tried playing the rogue yourself in beta? Did you go with a similar build to mine or something different? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you in the next video about yet another ranged DPS class of Diablo 4, the Wizard. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.